Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you. I am right behind you.
Good evening, or good morning if you're watching us from the UK. As you know, I'm just going to find the posts a minute and wait everybody get. So come on board. There we go. See, I was going to get a little helper this morning, but being Sunday, everybody's still in bed here in the UK. But anyway, good evening to everybody in Australia. Obviously, we are streaming through the Spirit Crew page on Facebook. And obviously now we're going through YouTube as well. For the people obviously that are with me via YouTube or my Cornishmedium page, I do apologise because I'll be just looking for the comments, unfortunately, on the Spirit Crew page. Just simply because I have literally got 4 screens and I can only see 3 at the same time. So Silk, I see that you're on my Cornishmedium page, which is brilliant. As I said, I will try to keep an eye out on all of the pages, but you know, my eyes can only do so much. So we'll try that today. So we'll get everybody, because once again, this is a bit of a surprise one. Hold on a minute, get that out of the way. Yeah, because obviously I did a little surprise deny in the week and then found out it was Father's Day today in Australia. So we're all joining you, and obviously we'll be linking up and seeing how many father figures, or you know, well, basically fathers in the world of spirit, and we'll link as many as we possibly can, and that's the main aim today, because Angela was going to do a live, but I think it was the weather, so that got cancelled yesterday. But just to keep everybody in the loop, hello Kerry, good morning Lana, and Ashley as well. We are now, when I get my mouse, I have been spending most of the weekend doing the new website, as Angela said, spiritcrew.au. Which is near enough up and running-ish, but the front page is there if you want to go and have a look, where obviously at the bottom there's an email stuff, so you can leave your name and a message, and it'll go straight through obviously to Angela now. If you want to join, if you want to, you know, if you're an investigator, or if you want our help, or if you want to, you know, just help, you know, bettering yourself and investigating better, so go and have a look. And as well, we've got an upload on the front page as well, so you can upload your paranormal clips, because we would love to see them, myself, Angela and Pete, and everybody else of the crew, but please once again have a bit of, I know that you will respect, and you will not upload 4 gigs of a 2-hour show, because that would just crash my server. So if you can just be nice, you know, those 20 meg, you know, 30 meg, you know, clips, we would love to see them. And then, you know, when we get a collection, like everybody on the internet now, we could do a show on clips, not a problem. But if you go to the front page of spiritcrew.au, it is all there. And hopefully it's self-explanatory. If not, come back, and obviously we'll make it easier as we can. So do that after this show, that would be great. So once again, if we can just have a hands up, obviously from the people that are watching, and as I said, I will try to there we go. Hello Charlie, on my obviously Cornishmedium page, so we will try to keep an eye on both. But if any, obviously any watchers, any listeners, you know, obviously unfortunately like myself have lost their father early in life, obviously then put your hand up. Obviously don't say how or what, you know, just say yes, there's da 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 da, then I can put your name down on my list, and we can just see what happens. And hopefully, I've sent up a thought and asked, fathers to come through. So we can all send up a thought, and then hopefully for the people that have joined me in the week, thank you, Ashley and Lana. And hopefully the people that join me in the week for my little insights, the Celestine Prophecy book. If not, it's an audio book. Go online, find it. It's all free. But hopefully you've been looking out for your coincidences. And and Cheryl as well. Thank you. Looking out for those coincidences of the first insight. Because the idea is, like us all, the idea of through life is to get you vibrating as high as you possibly can. The more you vibrate, the higher your vibration, the more dimensions that you can go into. And if you're all interested in the paranormal, you all need to know how to vibrate high enough to be able to link in. So we will be doing another insight number 2, I believe, on Wednesday. Which will be roughly around the same time, 8:30 your time, Adelaide time, for another hour. So hopefully if you can join us then, that would be brilliant. Because these little tips, as I said, will only help you, which is brilliant. So highly kindly, as I said, I don't want any messages as such, just your name. Like Jules there as well. Jules, Ashley, thank you. Right. Obviously we were going to do voice today, but obviously my little helper's still in bed. It's only midday here in the UK, but we'll go on. Hi, David, mate. And Lana as well. Lana, thank you. Okay, thank you. Anyway, see, I don't want too much information. You feed the medium. You should know about that. Okay, thank you. So what we'll do is obviously we'll just have to work with the comments. We've done it before. It's cool. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right, hold a minute. So at the moment, love you, my twin sister, Kylie as well. So yeah, so we got a couple of you. We got 5 here on my list, which was good. Lana as well. Excuse my cough. It's always good when they come in. Okay, thank you. Lana, can I talk to you first, please? I'm ready because obviously I've got five names down, and I'm being drawn to yours because I'm just drawing lots of lines beside of it. Okay, thank you. So I love the way that they work. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, thank you. All right, if I am with you, and if not, obviously Ashley, Cheryl, Kylie, and all listen as well, because you know the way that we work. They just get me to go somewhere just to get started. Okay, so Lana, have you got a February link? And it's obviously going to be directly with your dad or with yourself, but there's a February. And there's 3 things that happen in the month of February, if anybody can understand that. But to me, so Lana, yes, but it's the big February. So whoever is coming through would either be born in February or passed in February. It's that big. So as I said, if Lana can't understand it, it may be Ashley, Cheryl, Kylie, or Julie. But it is Lana. The 17th of February. Cool. No, as long as I'm understanding, because whoever it is coming through is stamping this month, so I know that this person is with you. I know. Oh God. Oh, brilliant. I know, sir. When this gentleman does go with, yeah. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Thank you, Julie. February is obviously a big month for us all, but hold that thought, Julie. Keep listening, okay? Because this is the way that they work. Okay, but whoever is with me had the heart attack, had the bad heart, but it was the heart attack, because I'm clutching. Sorry about that. But I'm clutching my chest. So I know that this gentleman would have passed with a heart attack. Nothing else. It's just a heart attack. Bang. Okay. And it was a very quick passing. So if that's Lana or Julie's dad, and I know once again many dads would have died of a heart attack, because this is mine. I do want to say this gentleman who's coming wouldn't have reached 50. I do get the 50 mark, so to me it was around that like halfway mark in his life. Thank you. And I don't think nobody was there, so not my dad. Thank you. But hold that thought, Lana, because obviously he's inviting everybody else in. Okay, but this one's more important at the moment, because I know that this, well, basically, I know. Thank you, sir. And he's talking about the month of May as well. I want to talk about the month of May, and that may obviously link in with somebody that's watching there. But it's February and May. But this gentleman would have died with a heart attack. And as I said, my dad died at 59, and they've given me that type of reference. So I know that he would have done the halfway. I know. Thank you. And no worries, cool. But don't worry, Lana, because once again, if it's not your dad, it's somebody coming through. But I know that the important thing is obviously somebody that is watching wasn't there when that gentleman passed. I do feel that this man once again was a manual worker. That he's the old typical shovel-like hands like shovels, as the case is. But okay, all right. Thank you. Sorry, this is why I love working with different screens, because I'm concentrating obviously on my right and on my left. From the UK, Charlie is shouting, saying, "I've got birthdays in Feb, and May was their anniversary, and her dad was 47, and he did pass of a heart attack." And so thank you for that, Charlie. I'm with you. Sorry it took me a while to get there because you're on a different screen. Hello, sweetheart, and thank you. There I can understand. Thank you. Right, thank you, girls. So Charlie, obviously we're with you for a minute or two. Thank you. And is there talk of a wedding or an engagement? Because I want to put a ring on your finger. Okay, so with that, I do laugh and I do think, and I'm like, it's about time. Okay, it's about time too. Thank you. So I know. Thank you. Okay. So once again, I'm looking on both screens at the moment. So if Charlie can answer that. Yes, she's talking about a wedding, which is brilliant. I know. Thank you. And I want to put you in cream. Weirdly enough, I don't know why. I don't see a white dress. I see a cream dress with yourself. So once again, I don't know if in your head that you've been looking, but I want to put you in a cream dress, and it's going to be a lovely day. Okay, thank you. And as well, I look forward to the invite in taking the service as well. Sorry. Oh dear me. Sorry. Because I know obviously Charlie is from Cornwall. You're seeing it being a nice time, and thank you. And as well, I don't know while I am talking and linking in with you and your family. Kerry, hold that thought, Kerry, as well, unless you've got a marriage in your family. But hold that thought, will be coming to you next then. Okay, thank you. Because as well, Charlie, I am going to stick with Charlie. I don't know if anybody in your family has been suffering from like a sore head at the minute, but as I'm linking in with you and your family, I'm just getting a little sore head, a little stress. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Do not get stressed about things you can't control as well, Charlie. Okay, so let things flow at this time. Okay. And it's all going to work out well. All right, but my head's gone now. So to me, it's just that little stress. I don't know if it's trying to get all the kids back to school, that type of thing. But don't hang on to it. Okay, let's let this like head just flow. Okay. But to me, it's just like, oh, for Christ's sake. But it's the old, just let it go, sweetheart. It's never any good for anybody. Okay. Stress. Thank you. And as well, thank you. You your house is getting quite active, and I mean, I know you personally, so I know you've got lots of kids, but I'm being told as well that your youngest children are seeing things now as well. Okay, because obviously there's two people that walk around your house most of the time. I know, thank you. So once again, I don't know if your kids have been seeing their granddad, but he has been around. Thank you. And I don't know if there's talk of moving house as well. Okay, because once again, to me, it's not going to be far. It's. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm being told you need a bigger house, so thank you. So to me, in the next village or something. But once again, just get Christmas over and done with. Maybe well, I'm writing down 6 months. So thank you. I said about that will and grace. Yeah. So to me, it's movement as well. But if that's stressing you out, do not worry, because it's all going to work out. All right. Thank you. And as well, I know. Thank you. I don't know if it's one of your children, but I'm being told or being asked to tell you that one of them needs to slow down while they're eating. And I think if they're coming if he's coming through to tell me, then they would suffer from indigestion. And it's that simple stuff. Just ask them to slow down and take a breath, because his exact words, it's like somebody's starving there, Des. It's like they get the food and it's waft, and then they just go around the rest of the evening complaining with a sore stomach or that like trapped wind and or whatever. But just ask them to slow down. Not a problem with that one, thank you. But as I said, good luck with the marriage, and that's all going to work out fine. And I love and look forward to hearing from you about that. Brilliant. Right, thank you, sir, for coming forward. And before I do go, obviously I know it's the Father's Day, but I'm not allowed to go on without telling you that he's got the girl with him. Which is another total reading. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, Charlie. They love putting me in this position because the exact words was like, if you're upset on your side of life, just think how upset that person is on that side. If that really bizarrely makes sense. I know that she's getting the help, the healing, but once again, she just knows how upset you are about this, and she just, yeah, that's another day and a private one, because when she's coming, I get the tear in my eye, and I'm just asking her to stand back a bit, but she's with your father, not a problem there. All right. So Charlie, cool, I know, but I just want to wipe your tear and her tear away, and we'll move on from that. Thank you. And as I said, we'll get together for a private one. Brilliant. So Carrie could understand the 47-year-old father exactly the same as Charlie's, and this is what happens. One gentleman comes in at that age, and they love to confuse me. So Carrie, keep your ears open, because obviously I'm just asking now if. For your father to join forward, because obviously okay, thank you, but hopefully obviously you can take both of their loves there, Charlie. Kerry, okay, when I asked obviously Charlie's dad to stand back, Kerry's hopefully to come forward. I get obviously a change of a voice. He's not more of a grumpy fellow. I'm not saying that way, but he's got a lot of a deeper voice than Charlie's did. And I do feel that this was what I would call a brer man. I love brers, but he's bigger than me. Sorry, and it's like really funny. Because whoever it is looking at me and just going, mate, you got to get some meat on you, mate. You got to get some meat on you. Okay. So once again, Kerry, hopefully I'm with you at the minute, and if we are, we're going to the either the 26th or the 20. It's the 26th, like to the 28th. Okay, okay, thank you. So I don't know if this was when it became ill on the 26th and passed on the 28th, but these two dates are like the 26th and the 28th. So, Kerry, if we are with you, you will be able to understand those, but they're not house numbers. To me, they're dates. They're the 26th to the 28th. He's not given me a month, but if I did have to say a month, it would like be June. Alright, so Kerry, I don't know if we are with you with this, but there's a link to June for the 28th and the 27th, and if we are with you as well, somebody's thinking about replacing a car in your family. So I want to get rid of the old banger. Okay, so but for them to be coming through and telling me, there'd be somebody on this side of life thinking about it. So Kerry, if it isn't with you, or unless I'm still with Charlie, and then Charlie is thinking about another car, but to me it's the 28th. Okay, thank you. So Kerry, if you can understand that, that would be good, but obviously you've got to come back with that quickly, and if you can't, just say no, I'm not with you, obviously, because then we'll find out who I am with. But to me it's the 26th, the 28th, and there's a big June link, and there's a family of 4, so I don't know if your father would be one of 4 or you're one of 4, but there's a massive 4 connection here. I think he's one of 4, because he's not coming alone. So once again, Kerry, if this is with you, we're still obviously waiting for them. Oh, has Charlie been thinking about a new car? Is your dad one of 4, Charlie? So thank you, Kerry. Hold that thought again. Sorry, but it's the 1 of 4. No, obviously, to me, it's the big things. The 26th of the month, the 26th. So I don't know if that was his birthday, but I obviously we are trying to move on. So come, 1 of 6. Okay, I'll take that back. Thank you. Oh, Tammy, cool. Hello, Tammy, darling. Right, thank you. Come on. As in, there's a Tony excuse my language. There's a Tony connection, but I just realised that obviously one of Charlie's friends is called Tony, so that's why I'm taking that back. So we're still with her. Thank you. Right, come on, mate. Okay, thank you. And well, Charlie, just before we go, because I think this was remember the cross. Remember the cross. So I don't know if you've been looking at a crucifix, or you've got a crucifix around your neck and you've been playing with it. But it's the cross. It's the cross. It's the cross. Thank you. Right. Right, thank you for all watching and viewing. We will get that. I'm just obviously asking once again him, and that's what happens when you do readings. If you don't miss a bit, or if you mishear them and don't get the message through, then they'll wait until you do, and then it makes my job, because you think you've done the message and they're like, no, you haven't done. You've missed this whole massive part of it. Okay, and it's up to the mediumship then to find out why, how, and sort it out. Not a problem. Thank you. All right, while I'm looking at my board of Ashley, Lana, Cheryl, Kylie, and now Kerry, and I know, thank you. Okay. As you can see, I'm now like playing with my right side of my head. I know, thank you. Okay, thank you. So I want to go to Ashley. I don't know if she understands this, because she was the first one to put her hand up. Hi, Kylie. Sorry, I just now put that. Hello, Miriam, for the second time here. This is the crazy morning, Father's Day. Even but not June. Okay, okay. So Kylie can understand the dates that were coming through. So if this is your gentleman, Kylie, still keep listening. But I want to go to Ashley as well, because I'm getting this head pain, which always tells me obviously there's a brain aneurysm or like well, yeah, something in his head, but his right side of his head, his right side. And I know that this gentleman would have been in a hospital situation, because I feel that, well, I see all the pipes and stuff, but to me it's all down this side of his head, and it's like they went for the operation. Okay, thank you. Well, this gentleman to me went into hospital and never came out. So I don't know if they did the operation wrong, but to me, it just never worked out. Thank you. Hi, Anne. But it's all down his left side. So to me, somebody would have opened it up, and it just never went back together again. So, I know, thank you. Okay, thank you. And whoever it is on this side of her life that he's trying to link in with, don't know if you got a right arm issue at the minute. Okay, Lana, don't worry about that for a minute, because once again, you may have the issue with the right arm, with the left arm. But while this gentleman is trying to link in with me, and to me, there's an Adam, there's an A connection, like an Adam. I don't like doing names because obviously everyone goes, "Oh, my dad's not called Adam." It's fine. But whoever it is on this side has had issues with their left arm, because I want to put my left arm in a sling. I know, thank you. And this would be the person on this side of life. It's not a problem, thank you. Okay, thank you. They're not doing you, mate. I know, thank you. Because once again, I know holding his hand. Oh, my husband went to hospital and never came back again. When okay, Marianne, my husband went to hospital and never came back. Okay, is your husband then in the world of spirit, Marianne? I understand, right, because then he was sitting on the end of your bed at home, obviously, and never came back in. Thank you. Right, Marianne. Hello. Because that's the feel that I'm getting, is somebody went in and never came out again. And it was one of those emergency type of, lots of panic, I won't say panic, but lots of commotion. And to me, it would have been like an emergency operation, and it just didn't go well. Okay, thank you, Marianne. Right. Right, sweetheart. Husbands, fathers, the same thing, obviously, because it's your second time. Good evening to you. Obviously, we work with the spirit crew, the clairvoyant, the medium, and then we do these random linking together shows. Not a problem. So, Marianne, we're loving to see different names and different people. I know, thank you. And I don't know if it was we're talking about September, if August was an anniversary, but I want to talk about the month of August, just gone. So I don't know if that was the case. That obviously, oh, and Kylie as well. Okay, Kylie obviously knows this person. Thank you very much for all joining. Thank you. But I want to talk about the month of August being an anniversary that he missed. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And it's really funny at the minute, thank you. Because once again, he's a bit overwhelmed coming to get thank you. Because he wasn't a believer of this. And I love it when they do come through, because it's more of a shock to them than it is to me, because I can hear him. And he's like, what do I say? What do I say now? And I'm like, well, have you got a message? And he's like, well, he's like one of these lovely mans of not many words, because he's like, well, I'm right. And I'm like, yeah, have you got anything else to say? And he's like, well, stuff happens. And he's very one of these, whatever happens, you soldier through it, okay? I know, thank you very much. And And I don't know if there's, well, I do know, thank you, but he's talking about the new baby that's coming within your family. Okay, so because I'm rubbing my belly. Okay, so I know that there's a pregnancy. There we go. We celebrated my partner's birthday on Father's Day. He was born in August, and they never met. Cool, because I know that August is very important. Thank you. If he's born, happy birthday, father. But to me, he's just smiling because it's the pregnancy thing. Because there's another person to your family. All right, that's coming. I know. And if you can understand that he's not one for many words at the moment, then when we link in again, he's cool. But I do pride. He's a pride man. Pride is a big word because I've had to write it down. All right. So I know that. Well, I know that he's very proud of you all. And I guess it's more pride of not forgetting the teachings of him. All right, and I know he's very, because you all know how to hold your ground. You all know, that type of thing. Okay. You asked me, Carly, the other day, if smells. We all smelt toast. But I know that he is around, and I know that there's a red connection, a red door, because he doesn't understand why somebody's painted red. But there's a red connection. But to me, it's either a piece of furniture or something you paint, but it's wood. But to me, it's a door. It's a red door. But if you can understand that, but to me, it's the pride bit. It's the pride bit. You did in pride. I know. Thank you. And as well, Marianne. No, it wouldn't have been you. Because it may be your daughter. I don't know, but there's a girl that he wants to talk about, but he wants to thank for the kind words. Okay, but I want to relate that to the funeral. All right, but to me, I don't think you could have stood up. But there's obviously a daughter or your sister, but you'll understand. Because he's very surprised how they got through it. Because obviously there's a lot of emotion and a lot of tears with this, and it's cool. Okay, Marianne, we'll ask him to step back for a minute or two, because once again he just wants to again just telling you how proud he is of you all. Okay, and it's a case of never forget that. Okay, and if he's your husband, okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just smiling because he's like, they'll never be able to replace me, Des, and I'm like, well, yeah, I know that. But it's like, because I'm just ringing your name at the minute, Marianne, and I'm like, okay, well, we're going to leave her in a minute. Is there anything that you want to say before we before we stop the link? Okay. And sorry, I'm just like, because you just said, tell her to remember the good times, because you had so many of them. Okay, sweetheart. Thanks. I would never call him sweetheart if he was here, because I do think that he would take it like an offence if I called him sweetheart. But with you, Marianne, it's like, let's. Okay, thank you. It's okay. You had a lot of good times. Okay. Never. We know, yeah. But it's less. Thank you. I don't know who it is, but I'm ringing your name. Why you keep bringing up the bad times and the things that you never managed to do? And it's like, oh yeah, we was going to do that, never got around to it. We was going to do that, never got around to it. So I don't know who is saying that, but they should be saying this is what we did do, and I'm really pleased that we did it and we had a lovely time. So if you are thinking in that way, he's picking up on it, and we just got to turn it around a bit. All right. And as well, Marianne, I don't know what you got on your left side of your face at the minute, but there's something funny there. I know, thank you. I know. I don't know if you got a spot or a mole or something. I don't know, but something I want to pop. So if you can understand that, but once again, it's a funny thing, okay? But I just want to do that to you. So to me, I want to pop something. So I don't know if you woke up this morning with a spot there, or have you? If so, you know, no need to say. But he just found it really, really funny. Thank you, because I want to do that. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Right, he's happy to stay back a minute. I'm just obviously going to quickly go and have a look at my other quick page. Let's just see if anybody else is going to everybody. Hi Anne, hi Sandra, not a problem. But thank you, Marianne. I have a rash from, okay. Alright. Okay, thank you. It's Spirit love putting me in these situations. I wasn't expecting a rash, but if you can find if you can understand that he would find that funny. And once again, I'm not laughing. He's not rolling around on the floor laughing about it. But to me, it was just evidence, because I was you're just asking. I'm going. You've got to give me something like, you know, something about you personally, so you know full well that it is your husband that I'm talking about. So yes, so that he just said, talk about the face, Des, talk about the face, but he was laughing because I don't know if you put cream on it today or what have you. Anyway, but to him, it was a smile. Okay, so if you can accept that, brilliant. Okay, there's no malice, there's no harm done with it. Okay, because I would hate for you to see me for the second time and go, God bloody hell, Deseret is an arsehole. Oh, he picked up on my bloody stuff. But we don't do this, okay? We don't put anybody in a position of being upset, okay? So once again, to me, it comes with love, okay? So Marianne, hopefully you can understand that, okay? Because once again, it does. Oh wait, yeah, Kylie, can I tell you off? So once again, I don't know if you was one of the kids that stood up at the funeral, but you are here as well, which is brilliant. I know, thank you. And just before we go, Carly, right? I love it when they come through. Thank you. Right, one, you're not using all your mind. Okay, yeah, okay, Carly, you've got to put yourself out there. Okay, so whatever job you're doing, whatever you are in life, you're taking the back seat all of the time, and it's no good now. Because it's like he's telling me that you've got really good education and you don't use it. So it's like, you know, having a degree in chemistry and not being a chemist, and it's that type of feeling that I'm getting with him. Your I won't say gifts, but your education is being wasted. Okay, and once again, he's a very big man of being well educated, and if you've got education, you use it to better yourself. Okay, so sorry, Kylie, you got a bit of a telling off, but she works so hard. Okay, no. If she does work hard, which we all do, I'm not taking that away from her in any way, shape or form, then she must, to me, there's a parting. You know, so if she's doing this job really well, Kylie, cool, you trained or you did something different. All right? Yeah. You know, if you can understand, that's brilliant. Your mum's telling me off now by going, but no, I work with your father and your husband. So yes, so it's one of those, not saying that she doesn't work hard, but it's just saying that that her education is changed, and he's like confused, going, well, why don't you still go, because you was good. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Well, yeah, it's like somebody working really hard in a shop. My wife does, so I'm not taking, once again, anything away. We need people working hard in shop, but it's that type of thing. But somebody's got a degree in chemistry. Anyway, thank you. Something different. Have a baby dad. Something different. Have a baby dad. Said before. Cool. Yeah. Well, once again, there is a. Yeah, there is a child coming within your family. Brilliant. Anyway, thank you. I'm just going to ask him to step back now, because obviously I looked and now I'm getting a bit confused in my head. Thank you. So hopefully you can understand all of that. Surprised he's not me. Yeah, he's telling me off. Cool. I do thank you. No. Surprise, he's not telling me off. Megan, sorry. I didn't know you was all family. You're the one with the baby coming then? Don't know. I'm going to be quiet there, Father. Step back. There we go. I do believe I have a kind of gift and it comes in dreams and the dreams. Thank you. So if that is the case, Kylie, please watch those dreams, and, dream into them. And then with the group, with the spirit group, keep tuned and, you may be able to pick up things on the way. Because it's all about bettering yourself on this side of life. Because obviously all the others, all the spirits, all the entities, all the paranormal stuff, they've already been and gone. So they just come back like today just to tell them that they're still here. But obviously it's more important for us to get to the other side. Okay. Kylie's dreams scare us. Cool. So once again, if they're, just message Angela later or go to obviously the Spirit Group website now. I can say that an email, and we can get back in touch, etc. Anyway, thank you. Right, Julie's, because I know that Ashley, Lana, Cheryl, Kylie, I know we've spoken to Kylie, Kerry, and Julia or Jules is still here as well, and hopefully you are still with us, and we're not, boring you. Oh. Okay. So once again, we're trying. Jules, thank you, and Lana, cool. Premonitions, cool. We love premonitions, and as I said, especially when Marianne, the mother, goes sugar, they come true, does. Which is brilliant. Because obviously my dad up in the world of spirit, he's been there 15 odd years now, and he helps me more on that side than he ever could here. Brilliant. Anyway, right, Jules, I'm ringing your name a minute. We're trying to get there. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Right, once again, I'm just sending that name out there, George, Ashley, Lana and all. Okay, right. Thank you. Because I'm rubbing my hand now, so I know that somebody was there when their father passed over. And I've said I'm ringing Jules. Jules, so I'd like to work with you a minute, Jules. So if you want to come back and say hello. Oh, Jules is on the other one. Hi Heidi, good morning. They're in the UK, so Jules Swallow is still there. So hopefully she's just going. Confusing me with all my pages. Cool. So one reading for two sissies. Laugh out loud. Okay, Dayan, we shall see what we can do there in a minute. Okay, and Lana as well has Seora's mental and emotional. Oh, see. I think Seora's mental and emotional. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, different because auras and emotions aren't planes. Sorry, Lana, I've got to say that. I know everyone's emotional plane. To me, they're parts of yourself and your aura. So I'm there with auras, but I want to emotional plane of life. But that's just me personally. You could shoot. Well, don't shoot me down, obviously. You'd get done for a murder. But psychically, don't shoot me down because I'll feel it as well. Just hold your thought. Anyway, right, this lovely gentleman is trying to come through. He's been very, very patient, and he's just asking me to shut up, rabbiting and gibbering and get on with it. Okay, so I know that this gentleman, once again, when he was here on this side of life, he wouldn't have taken, what's the word? Suffer fools gladly. He's not one for that, and he thinks I'm being a fool at the minute. Okay, but Lana, yeah, please do. Anyway, cool. Okay, so Cheryl and Diane together. Okay, Cheryl, thank you for telling me that, because that will only confuse me later on. But anyway, thank you. I know that there is somebody that is watching that would have seen their dad pass over. Okay, and with that, because I'm holding his hand, and I know that this gentleman would have went loopy. He's talking about being loopy. Thank you. So I know that there was a gentleman that would have suffered from and dementia or Alzheimer's, because I'm getting that. I'm thank you. And he kept getting lost. And he's just saying obviously he's not lost now. But Jules also said, or Cheryl, but my dad. Did you say hold up? Yes, Lana, I did. I said I know that somebody was there at the end and cared for this person. And yeah, and I just want to thank that person for doing it. I know, thank you. And to me, it's the right. You'd been holding the left arm. Okay, Lana, we're with you, or we could just dementia. Okay, sweetheart, we got 3, which is brilliant. Keep listen. You know how it's working. Cool. But Cheryl, was you there at the end? Somebody was there when this person drew their last breath. Okay. And I'm sure I'm with Lana, but hold that thought. Obviously, Cheryl, and because obviously now somebody with dementia is coming, they'll bring the other gentleman in as well. Okay, thank you. But I do want to talk to Lana just simply because I know that this person, as you said, you was there for 36 hours, but I know that this person just gave up that period of time to be with their father. And we was doing I want to wipe the person's face. I want to wash. I want to care for the person while they're in that situation. And I don't know, Lana, if you was right, or because there's an extra day. So I don't know if you said he was going to go on the 30th. And he lasted until the 31st. But I do want, because he has got a bit of I won't say a bit of a sense of humour, but he's got a sense of humour. But it's like he's laughing because yes, Reiki Kisses songs from the childhood. But it's the funny thing about you thinking that he'd already gone, but he'd stayed an extra day. So he just wants to put his stamp on it. Okay, I've got no fly just stuck in my light. But he wants to stamp on it as a joke. Okay, because to me it was his last way of being in control. So if you can understand that a minute, because that's the big joke. It's like they thought I was going to go on the. They thought I was going to go on the Tuesday. It's like, but I didn't go till the Thursday. So there's a Tuesday, he was unresponsive, and he went out of body. Okay, on the 17th. No, cool. No, brilliant. If you can understand, Lana, because that's what I get. It's like everybody thought he died on one day, but he didn't go until the next. Cool. But if you can understand that's when he left his body, then I am with you. I know. Thank you. And thank you for telling me. Obviously, you were singing stuff like that. Thank you. Okay, I don't know if you used to do this, Lana, but while he's coming in now, I'm tapping my fingers. So I don't know if you used to do that or you used to do it, but I'm just tapping irritating the hell out of me. Sorry, I do have to smile that because it ever comes through. It's just like getting me to tap my fingers, and I'm just like agitated at the moment. Thank you, in a lovely way. So I know that this person, when he was on this side of life, would have been quiet in the corner, but he'd have been doing something. Okay, as you said, but stay another day. I'm going soon, but stay another day. But as I said, to me, I'm rolling my finger. I never do this. Roll my fingers. Okay, thank you. All right, Lana. Yes. Well, I don't know what you're actually waiting for. Thank you. Sorry, with dementia behaviour, no. When my mum had dementia, she didn't do this. This is just a way of irritation, type of thing, where he would do. It's like if you're behind and he would just poke. And I don't know if you're experiencing that at the minute, because he is trying to get through to you. Poke. I know. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Time waits for no lady. Okay. which is his message to you. So I'm just smiling because it's time waits for no one, Des. Time waits for nobody. Thank you. And once again, Lana, I'm like, not one way, shape or form want to strangle you in any way, shape or form, because we don't do this on this show. That was on spiritual, on nice to strangle somebody. And once again, there's laws against this strangulation. But as you know, I do want to strangle you, because once again, it's just like, okay, thank you. So everything that you know, it's like, okay, thank you. I don't know if you stopped working after your dad went, or withdrew for a bit. Okay, but it's time to get back on the old horse, if you can understand, because to me, obviously, thank you for telling me you did Reiki, etc., etc. And I don't know if you used to practice, but you need to get back on that horse, love. I know. And it's just like, thank you. Okay, thank you. Alright. Thank you. And as well, thank you for looking after the family, but once again, it's time to look after yourself and let everything sort, because I mean, when somebody passes, you know, if it's, you know, but thank you. But it is, thank you. Right, thank you. Right, before he does go, I do want to give you a rose. I don't normally do flowers, but I want to give him a yellow rose. I don't know if you did that at the funeral, but it's yellow and not red. I know some clairvoyants go, oh, because it's spring and stuff, but no, I want to give you a yellow rose. Okay, so hopefully you can understand that. But yeah, it's just now getting you back to where you should be. Okay, because that's what your dad would want, because you can help so many people. With your ability, okay, and experience, I've been told. Experience. You've experienced a lot in your life, like we all have, and the big thing about that is like sharing our experiences, so then somebody doesn't have to go through the same experience. Okay, so once again, it may be the experience is looking after your dad with dementia, watching him become ill, and other stuff in your life. Okay, but let's start sharing those experiences, your life experiences. He's telling me, all right, because they'll be wasted else. Hello, Peter, mate. Yeah, it's a lot. So as long as you can understand that, that's cool. Yeah, how theatrical, laugh out loud. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, you know, when I do stage work, you do have to be a bit theatrical, because obviously, you know, I've got people's attention that I have to keep. Okay, so it's Father's Day, Peter, you see, so you've got to keep everybody's attention, you see, because if I just sat like this, I think everybody would turn off straight away. I've been doing this for 30 years, but not to worry. Anyway, Dad, sorry. Thank you, Lana. Thank you for your father, because once again, I love working with him, because he wouldn't have that, you know. Thank you, and I do believe that it was like, thank you. I don't know if you can remember this, Lana, but he's just taken me back way back in time, which once again, I'm just going to share it, and if you can remember it, brilliant. If not, you know, do not worry, but it's a time once again, because we're going back probably 50, 60 years, where he took you back to school, because I want to take you back to school, and I want to tell the teacher off for telling you off. Okay, once again, I know ages, you know, we are going back donkey's years, as we would say, but that's the energy that I get from him, because he wouldn't let anybody say anything bad about his kids. Okay, and that's what I'm getting, and it's really funny because he marched you back, and told the headmaster, the teacher, off for telling you off, because you were right. You were in the right again, and he's one of these people that if you were in the right, he would stand up for you, but as soon as you get in the wrong, you're on your own, love. Okay, so hopefully you can understand that. So Cheryl and her sister is on here, so you can understand the dementia as well, because that's the reason that your dad had dementia and was. But he didn't die of dementia, did he? I mean, obviously everybody, because when my mum, obviously she didn't die of dementia, is pneumonia, and stuff like that. Yeah, because they never put dementia when they pass. So obviously pneumonia, because your body gets into that type of state, obviously, that it just collapses, and they put them down as pneumonia. Thank you. So once again, well, I'm trying to get Cheryl back a minute, and her sister or daughter, but we shall see in a minute. Cheryl, thank you, sweetheart. With this, there's okay. I want to talk about the 29th of a month, and it's May, the 29th of May, but there's a May connection in the 29th. Gangrene in the foot from dementia. Thank you, Cheryl. Brilliant. Thank you. I'm with you then, because I know that he didn't, and it was something totally different that passed him over, but he did have dementia. Brilliant. Gangrene in the foot. Ah, dear me. I had a family member in the Seychelles that did that, because obviously the doctor said, you've got a blood clot, we need to operate. She wasn't going to have it, and I ended up having her leg amputated. Thank you. I know. And it is one of these, so if that's the experience that I've had that they're bringing through, that's the relevance of your father. It would have started with varicose veins and blood clots and stuff. Okay, thank you. Sorry, we'll see Peter in a minute, which is cool, or somebody can explain why I've got a haunted background and doing mediumship readings, because he's new to the platform and new to the show, or the shows. Okay, and we'll explain in a minute, Pete. So we do love for you, and thank you for joining us. And we'll explain more in a minute after I've spoken to Cheryl and her father. I know, thank you. Sorry. Sorry, because when I'm asking him now to come forward, and thank you for telling me, I'm just like somebody with a club foot. It's really funny. Thank you. In a bizarre way, but can you understand? Obviously, it's the 29th. It's 29. I'm writing it down. So, but once again, I only do dates as such. I do house numbers at some point, but there's a 29 connection. But to me, there's a 20. If he was not born on the 29th or died on the 29th, I would be remarkable surprised. Okay, because I've 29. Thank you. Anyway, Cheryl, thank you for coming forward. So let's see what we can do with her. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I don't know if you or Dylan. Sorry if I get that name wrong. I'm English, and I'm stupid. No, not really, but I am with ladies' names. Anyway, thank you, Cheryl, because I do, because I can't hear him. I'm here at the minute. Okay, so I'm like, I know somebody's somebody's curled their hair. And obviously me being a player, going, yeah, everybody does their hair does. Everybody has colours on it. That's an easy one. Okay. But to me, it's a total change. So somebody in your family like you would have had straight hair and then had it permed. I won't say permed is a long word, didn't, but it's that phenomenal. Somebody having their head. But once again, I'm not being told it's dyed, but it's like somebody going from blonde to pink. That type of okay. You've been to the hairdressers today, love. Okay, so if you can understand down that's Deanne, which is brilliant, because he's in stitches. He's in stitches because it's anyway, thank you. On those on the side going, well, nobody cares what I've got to say, Des. Okay, and I'm like, yes, they do. Okay, because he doesn't really like it. Okay, so it's not a problem. Sorry, I'm just trying to three eyes at once again. Brilliant. Okay, so Chel, so you can understand that. That's just obviously I'm just trying to get proof that he's around you at the minute. As a day-to-day basis. Thank you. Okay, thank you. And it was, well, okay, Cheryl, Cheryl, thank you. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. I don't know why it's and I know we're all going through hard times at the moment, but he wants to talk about cutbacks. Okay, and I know we've all got to make cutbacks, but there's some relevance to you, and he's just trying to remember the old way. Okay, so thank you. Okay, thank you. Right, Cheryl, I don't know if you understand this, but it's exact words. We got through it once before, we can get through this again. Okay, so I do believe that you and your family would have had hard times in the past. Okay, but you got through that, you'll get through this one as well. Okay, I just want to reassure you. Okay, so try not to get anxious. Okay, if you are, okay, just want to reassure you. Okay, that thank you. All right, thank you. And is so right, Cheryl. And I don't know if once again he's talking about being blinded by the light, and I'm smiling, and he's laughing about it because it's just like, Des, it's like you're blind, or not me, but my family are like blinded by the light. And once again, you shouldn't be blinded by the light. Okay, I know. All right, I don't know if. Well, I want to talk to Cheryl. Okay, with her development. Okay, don't be scared of the light. Don't be blinded by it. Is what he's saying. Okay, because once you're blinded by something, then you never see. Okay, and this is what I'm being told to tell you, Cheryl, is about your seeing. Okay, and it's like you will see, but it's the blindedness. So hopefully you can understand that. Because it's like if you go to meditation or something and see the light and you freak out, or I don't know, something like that. But don't be blinded by the light is his message. Okay, and as well, I don't thank you. All right, Dion, because there's more to the family obviously than is online now. Thank you. And I don't know if it's Dion because I want to bring you into the conversation, but I know somebody's back has got better. He wants to talk about somebody's back. I normally go, oh, somebody's back is in pain, but somebody's back has got better. All right. So once again, I want to put it on a male. So Dion, I don't know if it's your husband or boyfriend or whatever, but somebody had a bad back. Okay. And once again, I'm just asking for proof of him being around, but somebody's back has got better. All right. In my view, they normally get worse. Okay, but this time it's got better, okay, which is cool. Okay, right. Yeah, okay, Peter. But we got a nice chap anyway, because it's coming up. It's gone the hour anyway. But just quickly, Peter, what this is obviously a Spirit Crew Australia, the live paranormal show. That's the background. Okay, so twice a week we stream live paranormal investigations from right around the world. Okay, so that's why we got this background. Okay, and then obviously we're the clairvoyant, we're the medium in the UK, they work in Australia. Okay, so that's why it's theatrical, because it's for the paranormal bit. I have my own show, The World Beyond, okay, where I do this in the UK. Totally different background, totally different show. Okay, I get different clairvoyant friends of mine to join me, etc. Okay, but this is going through the Spirit Crew platform, so I use the Spirit Crew address, background, and all their logos. Okay, so we've been doing this obviously for 40 odd years now. Okay, so once again, it's just me giving up my time to help Spirit and to help the loved ones that are watching this show and follow the Spirit Crew. Okay, so if you are obviously asking about my abilities, I don't give a shite. Okay? Because once again, I don't work for you. I don't work for Kylie. I don't work for anybody that's watching, mate. I work for them. End of. Okay? So if it's not what you thought, not what you hoped, I don't apologise. Okay? Because there's many people that you will link in with in your love. Because they'll talk about relationships. They'll talk about money. Okay? That's totally fine by me. I've been doing this too long. And I know if I get a room full of 150 people, I'm going to upset 100 of them. Because I can't read for them. Okay? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. So thank you for coming in. And you know, hopefully you will join. And hopefully you will come back again. But if not a problem. Have a lovely day, sir. Right. So, Jules, because I've ringed your name throughout the show, so I know that your father is up in the world of spirit at the moment. Oh, let's see. Sorry. Okay. Peter's asking me if I'm real. Can everybody that's watching this show tell him how real and how long you've been following me? Okay. Because he's a new young soul, and perhaps he's a medium clairvoyant himself, and you know, brilliant. I'll get him on my other show, and then he can link in as well, because I'm here, Peter, to help people like yourself with an interest, because obviously in the week we do insights and we talk about spirituality, we talk about ourselves, how we link in with spirit, how we link in with the paranormal, what happens when we die, all of those type of random lovely questions. And we'd love for you to join us, and it'd be brilliant if you can. Right, Jules, sweetheart, I am going to get you. I am going to get you. Oh yeah, Peter's a real gentleman. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, come on, Julie, let's do yourself, because it's now coming up like 10 to the hour, and it's coming up to half past. Well, it's gone 9:30 your time, so it's coming up now to like 20 to 10. So we'll see if we can knock it on the head about 10. Not a problem. Right, Jules. Okay, thank you. Right, if we are with you, Jules, this month would be important to you. September. I want to talk about the month of September. I don't know if it's this week as well. It's the early September. I don't want to go the late, so it's going to be like the 8th of September, something like that. It's the 8th of a month, but do you understand? But September means more. But September to you would mean more. But I am trying to link in with obviously Julie, because she's been here. So obviously she's been here awaiting, which is brilliant. So, but it's September. And whoever it is in the world of spirit that's trying to come through, and as I said, to me, hopefully it's a father, but he's only making me laugh because he had a hell of a big family. To me, he's talking about 5. I want to talk about it like he is having 5. So to me, there'll be one of 5 here, because he's really pleased that he had so many children. Carrie, 3 birthdays for me in September. Okay, Carrie. Which we linked in with you before. Oh no, we didn't link in with Carrie. We linked in with the other lady. Thank you, Carrie. Right, bear with me with that one a minute, Kerry, because we are trying to get through to you. Thank you. Then do you understand if we are with you, Kerry, or if your dad is coming through? As I said, that he's really pleased, because to me he had 5. Well, I've got 6 coming up now, so I don't know if, to me there's 6 kids, and he's just sat back saying, I'm really pleased that he had a large family, which is really weird, because normally they come back, come with conditions. Pete, That's what normally happens if you've got like ancestors and coming through, but because they're all gentlemen, the energies are more or less the same. And obviously then if somebody comes with Alzheimer's, all their energies will be the same. So today's a bit different. I've got asked with like different bits of information, and this is what we're trying to get for Kerry. Thank you. And as I said, if it's not you, somebody's one of 6. And as I said, if it's not Julie, I'm looking on my Cornishmedium bit there, which was cool. Sandra, I know what son's engagements end of September. Not sure about Jules. Sorry, you're on the other page. I can now see it. I'm son's engagement at the end of September. Okay, not sure about. Okay, thank you. Then what did I say about yourself? Then thank you. Thank you. Yes. Do you come from a large family? That was it. Because to me, there's this big one of 6. I have 6. There you go, Kerry. We got the 6. Okay. Thank you. My dad had 5 kids. Everybody, right. So he's still with you then? Okay, so we've got 5 gentlemen. Sorry, no, we've got somebody there. Son's right, Jules. Right, before we do go, thank you. If this is the case, and I do want to speak to you because I've been ringing your name all night, not a problem. Right, just take this as gospel. Well, not really as gospel. Just have some pinch of thought, send it up. If it comes back, you feel truth, then it's true. Okay, thank you. I know, thank you. Right, with yourself, I want to give you a massive cuddle because I'm just in my mind's eye. I'm just getting you as a baby, and he's cuddling you, cuddling you, and this is what you need at the moment. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you. Right, I don't know why, Julie, you're not thinking your dad is supporting you at the moment, but he always will, and he always has, and always will. That's why he's taking me back to when you was a baby. Okay. So I don't know what he's going. He's not telling me because it's an open forum. But to me, it's the cuddling and it's the loving, and it's him telling you that. Once again, I don't know why you think he's always so far away, because he's not. Okay. So if you can understand that for a minute, because obviously we're going to quickly go to Kerry as well. But to me, it's the cuddle, it's the hugging, and it's the love. Okay. And once again, I don't know why you think that he can't give it from the other side. But sweetheart, he comes in buckets. Well, he doesn't literally come in a bucket, but it comes with lots of emotion. Okay, thank you. And I do believe that this gentleman would have passed a bit early in life, just simply because it's like, he's telling me obviously he went too soon. He went too soon, Des. He expected at least another 10 years. I was about to say 20, but no, because I do think he's around the 60 mark. But I do think it was he expected a long time to go, but didn't have it. Okay. So hopefully you can understand that a minute, Julia or Jules. Right, quickly, Kerry, because you was the one with the one of 6, 5 and 6. Cool. Okay. My dad is the 8th of September, Brie. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm the 8th of September. All right, cool. Because I did say the 8th of September. Okay, Brie, thank you. And he was one of 6. Right, so we're going for the 8th of September. Brilliant. I like that. Right, so you know your dad is here as well, because obviously they know that I'm trying to withdraw because my wife's going to work in a minute and I want to say goodbye to her. So like they're going, oh, quickly. Thank you. So thank you, Bree. That's his way, obviously, of coming and saying hello, because obviously the 8th of the 9th, brilliant. You can understand that. With having a large family. Sorry, but I do want to go back to Kerry quickly. I won't say quickly, because I know that she's lovely. Thank you, Kerry. Okay, when I look at your name, I get upset. Okay, thank you. Because your father's different. Bree, your father was when I quickly link in with him, he's fine because he knows we talk and stuff. So he's like, just tell her that I'm here. I'm happy to stand by. Well, when I link then with Kerry, if she's obviously the number of with the father with 6, and he's really pleased because he had loads of children, which is lovely. I get a different feeling because I get this gentleman didn't want to go, and as I said, this is the one that they expected to be on this side of life for longer. Okay. And I don't know if there's talk of anybody in your family with issues, as in medical issues. Oh, Brie. Oh, of course, Brie. Thank you, Kerry. Right, Kerry. He died of the gentleman heard earlier. Then, so Kerry, why Okay, thank you. All right. Well, there's somebody on your side of life on the earth that needs to go and have themselves checked. Okay. Because obviously we're not doctors. He's not a doctor, but I'm just being made aware that somebody's got an issue with their stomach. Okay, and it may just be wind, maybe da-da-da-da, maybe da-da-da-da. I'm not saying what it is. I'm not being told. I'm just rubbing my belly, so I know that there's an issue, and it's you, Kerry. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Your dad, thank you. All right. Okay, whatever the doctors have said, because as I said to Pete, I work with them and not anybody here. Okay, he's not happy with what the doctors have been telling you. All right. So if I was here, because he's quite a physical type of strong gentleman while he's here, when he's on this side of life, and I just want to get you back there because he's not happy. He's not happy with it. Okay. And I know with doctors at the moment, they're all overpowered. Some of them don't have even time to. In the UK at the minute, we have a doctor's appointment over the phone. Okay. But to me, if I could send that back. Okay, or if it is your daughter, but he's not happy. He's not happy with what they said. It's totally wrong. All right, so I would send them back. Okay. Yeah, there's no ifs and buts. And if you can understand that, please take it as your father would say it, because your father would say it with impetus. He would say it directly, type of thing, and this is why I want to be direct. He's a direct bloke, and he's not happy with what they've told her. I want to go back and be reassessed. Because if you have a heart condition, Kerry, no, this is down. This is more bowel. This is more stomach. This is more, bladder type. This is under your chest. So it's where all your intestines are and stuff. All right. So if you can just ask the doctors to go back, all right, and double check, okay, and then you'll hopefully find out that it's something totally different than what they've told your daughter. Okay, well, on that, yeah, he is direct, and this is why if he was here, he would be taking you or your daughter. I think it's your daughter, because it would be his back and go, no, I'm not happy with what's been said. Recheck her, redo everything. All right, because he would. So I'm just the messenger, as we all know. Peter, no catch, just abilities. What's yours? Cool. But yeah, right. As I said, I'm hearing my my darling wife. I only said I'll be here an hour this morning here in the UK, or afternoon now in the UK, morning there. And as I said, yeah, I've got to break it off now because it's been 20 minutes. And Spirit, I love working for them, but obviously, I love my marriage more. Okay, maybe not, but I've got to. Okay, else I'll be a singleton. We don't want that, do we? I give up a lot for spirit, but no. Cool. So once again, if you liked what you saw, please join us in the Spirit Crew again at the weekend for live paranormal investigations. As I said, I'm back on Wednesday night at the same time, about 8:30 Adelaide time. We'll try to make it. Obviously, we'll talk about the second insight. So we talk about synchronicities and coincidences. Now we'll look upon how they work with the universe, because the universe is a working energy throbbing energy thing. Okay, and once you know how it works, how to link in with it, all the information and the knowledge is yours. So until Wednesday, thank you for joining me. And as I said, thanks Pete for joining us. I mean, I don't take anything offensive, because if I took offence about anything anybody says, I would have stopped doing this 40 years ago. Okay, but I love people when they have questions, because they're questions that they would like being answered. But as I said, if you like me, please join me on the Wednesday. If so, we'll have as I said, fingers crossed, a live paranormal investigation at the weekend. Then you'll see how this stage works, because then we have 3 or 4 cameras from different rooms, etc. Then we can run it. But once again, have a look at obviously spiritcrew.au. Any little clips, please send them to myself and Angela. We'd love to look at them and see them. And as I said, if we can get a lovely collection, then we can do a show and show them to everybody. Because we're all after that one bit of evidence, that one bit of proof. And if we can work together and have that one bit of proof, that you can go on your life on this side going, yeah, there is something else. There is. And hopefully that's what we've done this morning. Okay, and then once again, some of you may have sat through, and thank you for joining me for an hour and not seeing me again. If that is the case, do not worry. You will have a lovely life, and we will see each other on the other side. So thank you for the fathers that have come through, for the people obviously that I couldn't reach. Just understand that your dads, husbands are there in spirit, loving you more than they ever could and would.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you.